Welcome everybody. Oh, it's been a minute, I know. I've just been busy lately with either work or projects that I randomly decided to take on. But I thought it was finally time to make a new video and make a little announcement. So, today I'm going to be creating a look using a full face of Lunar Beauty. Obviously not completely full because they don't have like foundation, concealer, but like the eyeshadow and like all the stuff that Lunar Beauty has, I'll be pretty much using. Because over the last, I don't know how many months, I've kind of accumulated pretty much everything that they have to offer. So I'm using as much Lunar Beauty as I can, and it kind of goes with my sort of announcement, and that is I'm starting a Twitch channel. The goal is that I'm going to stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and streaming pretty much just as long as I want to, depending on what I'm playing, depending on, if there's anybody hanging out, all the stuff that goes into Twitch. And so I thought for this video, I could do a full face for my profile picture for Twitch, and I kind of wanted to theme it around the way I themed my channel on Twitch. I wanted it kind of like in a relaxing kind of atmosphere, so like there's like dark nights with stars. I use like a lot of purple, a lot of turquoise, a little blue, so I thought I would create a look using those colors. So the plan is for the eye to use Moonspell because it has a lot of purple and turquoise, and then I'm going to use Lunar Beauty's newest palette, which is the Life's a Drag Facelift. So let's get started. Now I already primed. I'm using Elf's Matte Putty Primer, so I'm just going to go right into the foundation. I'm just going to use Smashbox Studio Skin in shade 3.0. Now, normally if I was just using just like an eyeshadow palette or whatever, I would just skip right to, the stuff I'm using. But since they came out with sponges, I wanted to try the sponge out, see how it works. I'm going to give my opinion on all of this stuff, obviously, while I kind of talk about my Twitch announcement. Alright, so let's see. Now, truthfully, I'm not much of a sponge person. For foundation, concealer, all that, I generally use brushes, but, I still wanted to give these sponges a whirl and see how they are. They have a black one, and then they have kind of like a nude colored one. They both, seems like do the same thing, they're just shaped differently, so it really just depends on your preference. I don't really have much of a preference because I'm not like much of a sponge person, so I kind of just use what I got. But anyway, back to my Twitch announcement. Truthfully, I was never into Twitch. I know it's been around for years now, but I never really got into it, and I'm not sure what even possessed me to get into it now. I just started watching random Twitches, and then shortly after I realized, I had actually a friend, an old friend from when I was doing an internship X amount of years ago. But I realized that like she was doing it, and so I watched like a couple of her streams. I was like, wow, this is fun, and I don't know, it sounded like a good idea, so I thought, hey, let's see what goes into it. Just to go back to the makeup for a second, I really do actually like this sponge a lot. Like, it covered everything I needed to cover. It made it go on evenly. No complaints for the sponges. Good job. Next, I'm going to put on some concealer. I'm putting on Juvia's Place, shade 22. Truthfully, I have not actually used this yet. I'm actually not even sure whether I like it or if it's even my color. I bought this, mid-COVID, so you still couldn't really test things. You kind of had to sort of guess and hope that it's your shade. So this might not even be the correct shade, but I'm going to try it anyway. But anyway, so I researched a lot. From what I've understand, you can stream like really basically, like you can just I guess stream like with a PS4, PS5, whatever you have, and not do like a whole lot of like fancy like setups and theming and whatnot. But I thought, like, if I'm gonna do this, I really want to do it. I've always been like a gamer. I've been a gamer since like NES days, but it's always been like console gaming, so I went from Nintendo to Sega to PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 to PS3 to PS4, but I've never gone into PC gaming. I mean, I've played a computer game here and there, but like I've never really gotten into like, you know, World of Warcraft or like anything, I don't know, fancy. So I did a lot of research, and I kind of like came to the conclusion that I wanted it to be on a PC. It's just easier, you could get more creative, you have like your chat, you have your game, and then I talked to a couple friends about like their opinion on like, should I build a PC or should I just buy one already made? And funnily enough, both of the friends I asked suggested just buying one already made because it's a pain to put one together, things can go wrong. Maybe start with one already made and then build one down the line. Me, being overly ambitious, decided I'm gonna build one. And boy, was that... It was a decision. A smart decision? I don't know. I watched a lot of videos, I read a lot, I researched a lot on what's good, what's not, what works with each other, because compatibility is like a thing to look out for when you're building one from scratch. Squirrel! And I contour a little with the Elf Cream Contour Palette. But from the first item that I bought to the day I finally turned everything on and everything was working properly, I would say it took like probably a few weeks. And it works fantastic. It just took a lot of work, research, and a lot of money, but I got there and I don't regret it. It works fantastic. The main things I had trouble with was you have to kind of plug things in a particular way. There's just like these little like teeth and that you have to like plug certain things into certain areas, and I had some issues with that for a bit. But other than that, it actually wasn't too bad, and it works great now. And the funny thing is, the more I use the computer I built, the more I realize how slow like my laptop and like other computers actually are. I've already played some games on it to kind of try it out, and I think it should be okay, but good God, what goes in to building a PC is a lot. First you have, there's like this website you go to make sure like all your stuff works well together. Squirrel! For setting powder, I'm going to use Beauty Bakery, their flour and translucent. Squirrel! The way I did it, I feel like gaming people are gonna like have heart attacks with the way like I'm gonna explain how I did it. I bought everything and then I used this website to see after the fact if everything worked well together. Luckily, it worked out, but anyway, there's a motherboard, a graphics card, there's a CPU, there's a CPU cooler, there's memory, there's the power source. Like there's so much that like went into it. So if you're thinking of building a PC and you know nothing about it, it's possible. I did it. I feel like I kind of got lucky maybe, but it's doable. But I would suggest definitely knowing somebody that knows what they're doing before you decide to do that. I should have listened to my friends that I asked, but you know, I guess I just apparently don't have that type of personality. I don't know. Like I said before, I mean, if I was going to do it, I was going to do it, and I definitely did it. And for eye primer, I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in shade 2. I am going to start with the Moon Spell palette. I also got the Lunar Beauty brush set. Let's give these babies a spin. Squirrel! Anyway, what I want to do with my Twitch, obviously play video games. Hang out with people, make some, online friends and whatnot, create a community of some sort, eventually, hopefully, grow enough of a community to, play games with my community, eventually get to a point where, like, I can do, like, giveaways, where I can do special, like, events, I don't know, just have fun. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to take some page, kind of make like a little smoky situation. Oh, don't you start with your nonsense. Then, what I'm going to do is take some Sabrina over here. Oh, Sabrina. Good times. It was one of my favorite shows as a kid. Although I have to say, I did not watch the new Sabrina series on Netflix. I mean, I'm sure it was good, but I don't know. I liked Sabrina the way she was, and I mean, I knew really just from the previews that obviously that's not what the series was gonna kind of be about. I could be wrong. I never watched it. I heard it was good, but I just never bothered to watch it. And then in the lid, I'm actually going to go into the Life's a Drag palette, and I'm going to put some clocked, which is kind of this like purpley blue kind of color over here. I'm going to use LBE4 brush to do that. Ooh, that is pigmented. Holy crap. Ooh, yes! Oh, it goes on so good too. Not too much fallout either. I feel like I have that issue with blue shades specifically a lot. Okay. Then on my lower lid, I'm going to actually go back to Moonspell LBE3 brush. And then in the waterline, I'm just going to put some of the MAC Pro Longwear Fluid Liner. And then last but not least, in the inner corner, I'm going to put some of the Full Fantasy. Not only that, I'm going to put a little Full Fantasy actually on the lid to give it a little more sparkle because, like I said about my Twitch channel, it's very starry. Now an item that I don't use a lot. Actually, I've only tried to use it like twice ever, is lashes. However, because this is sort of a brand review, I'm gonna have to try the Lunar Beauty lashes. Now I got two. I got I think the boldest pair they have, which is Aries, and then the most subtle, I guess, pair they have, which I think is called Stellar, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't put the name of the lashes on the container anywhere, or at least not that I can see. Like I said, I've only tried putting on lashes, I think twice, and it didn't go amazing either time. Okay, so, lashes aren't gonna happen today. I don't know, I just have a hard time with lashes, so it's nothing on Lunar Beauty. I'm just gonna say they're great. I'm sure they're great if you're a lash person. So instead, I'm just going to actually do some liner instead, and then mascara. And that's one eye done. So I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, and I will be right back. And I'm back. So, Lunar Beauty done me good. Their eyeshadows are pretty amazing. It was really easy to work with. I really liked the like glitter shade, the white glitter I've kind of put on top. Okay, we're not done yet. We have lips still to do. And the one liquid lip that I actually did buy from them it's called Zaya. I don't think it really would go well with the eyeshadow that I did today. It's more of, I think, kind of a warmer shade. All the shades I did today are a little more on the cooler side. So I'm just going to use actually Jaclyn Hill lipstick, and I'm going to put one of the lip glosses on top of it. I'm going to use Jaclyn Hill in shade Confidence. Okay, there's Confidence, and then I think I'm going to top it with Starlight. Oh my god, I want to eat that. Oh, it smells like cake batter. I don't know if that's the actual scent, but that's what it smells like to me. You know, I really like how this looks. And I really liked this. I think Lunar Beauty might have made me a gloss person. Alright, I'm going to give this a little spritz with Morphe setting spray. And we are done. So, Lunar Beauty. Well, I think they changed the formula a little bit from this one to this one. This one was a little bit easier to work with than this one. They were both easy to work with, but I feel like this did have some improvements. The brushes worked great. I actually loved the glosses. The scent of them, I really like the scent, like how it turned out after. So I might be a gloss person now. The sponge worked great. I'm sure the other one works just as well. And the lashes, I'm really sorry I couldn't get those to work. I'm just not good at applying lashes for some reason. Maybe it's the glue, maybe it's just my technique, maybe, I don't know. So, Lunar Beauty, thumbs up. Your stuff is amazing. Good job, Annie. And, you know, feel like I got off topic, sort of, but I kind of said more or less what I wanted to say. So, the Twitch, I mean, that was my announcement, obviously. I am going to actually be launching it this next Monday, so that is August 16th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out. Right now, if you want to be notified when I go live, I'll actually leave a link to my Twitch down in the description, so you can follow it and follow me on there. Kevin Lee Gaming, that's what I named it. I'm not good at usernames. At first it was just my name, and then I thought, I want something a little bit more creative, so I was playing with words that rhymed with my name, Kevin Heaven, so instead of Heavenly, Kevin Lee Gaming. I don't know, it's probably stupid. That's just what I'm gonna stick with. So if you are a fan of Twitch, if you like to, you know, hang out on people with Twitch or watch people play games or whatever, I will be there every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and stick to that. Or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click the link in the bio, click follow, and hang out with me. So I hope to see you guys over there. That is it for this video. I will see you hopefully on the next video. Do what you love who you are, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye guys.